Hello everyone. So the next is why cloud. So to understand this, let me take you 10 to 15 years back when we do not have the cloud technology in the market. Suppose I'm owner of a company. I'm having thousands employee who is working for my company. I need to have one IT infrastructure who is going to manage the IT services for my company. Finally, I have decided to create a data center for my company, and that data center I have decided to be created in my office premises. So let's have a look what all the investment is required if you are going to create a traditional data center for your company to manage the IT services. Here we have, first of all, you need to invest for the space, data center deployment, and then you have to do a big investment on the server hardware. You have to purchase either HP, Dell, IBM, Sun. After that, you have to select the OS part as well, like Linux, Wintel, and you have to pay for their licensing as well. You need to have the mail server as well. For that, you have to choose or purchase one high-end server which is having enough resources and on which you are going to install the mail servers, because for any IT infrastructure there would be a dedicated mail server. After that, database is also required. You can go with MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, whatever. You need to invest for the application as well. The most important is the power supply, electricity, and that would be 24/7. AC is required to maintain the IT infrastructure. Switches are required for networking purpose, the cabling for connectivity, and the most important is the skill set to maintain the IT infrastructure. You need to have a lot of resources who is going to manage your data center. You need to have a separate team who is going to manage the hardware related issues. You need to have a separate team for managing the Linux servers, your Wintel servers. You need to have a team for backup, storage, application, database. So here you can see that if you're going with the traditional data center, lot of investment is required and lot of management is also required. Now what AWS is saying? AWS is saying that I'm having my own data centers, and which is placed on different region of the world. They have created their data center in India as well. They have their data centers 4 regions in US, 3 regions in Europe. They have the data center in Australia, Sydney, Tokyo. So like this way, AWS has created their data centers in many locations. So if you are going to create your data center into the AWS data center, so let's have a look what all the benefits they are going to provide you. So very first, let me start from the bottom. Now you can see that the hardware. If you're going with the traditional data center, you have to do a big investment on the hardware part. So here they are saying that forget about that hardware part. So we need not to worry about the hardware maintenance and their purpose, their purchasing. That will be totally taken care by AWS team. So at the client end, we need not to have a separate team for maintaining your hardware. So it's a big cost saving. Also, OS and licensing is going supported by the AWS only. Patching part is also the minor level patching, right? So minor level patching is basically a newly built server would be fully patched, right? And here you can see that the application and database, so that is also supported by AWS. So they have the service like RDS service. With the RDS service, you just need to choose what database you want for your application or whatever, and within few clicks or within minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes, your database would be ready. So here you can see that if you're going with the AWS web service, a lot of savings are there. Even time saving is also there. And also the most important benefit of the AWS or any cloud, you have to pay only for the uses. AWS will charge as per your uses only. Suppose you have created 10 servers and your 10 servers is only up for 15 hours in a day. So you have to pay only for the 15 hours, and the rest of the time when your servers was not in running state, you have just put your servers in the shutdown state. The AWS is not going to charge for that. So the benefit, big benefit, pay per uses. Now you can compare with the traditional data center or with the Amazon Web Service. So that's why cloud technology is booming nowadays. So friends, that's all for this lecture. We'll see you in the next lecture. Bye bye.